All right.
It looks like they have, so let's go.
Okay, this is interesting. We're seeing the fox come out from Steffen. If I remember correctly, we did see the fox come out last SDI, but it didn't do all too much. Either that or we saw it come out in tournament. I'm not actually, I genuinely can't remember. Either way, Steffen already said he knows he's got a whole set to mess around here. Whereas for Dev, this is serious. This is what
serious
Dev,
business from the very beginning for Dev.
And I think that, you know, I think it'd be very interesting PR-wise and just generally speaking, if we have somebody, you know, the underdog here come through and take SDI. However, doesn't matter how interesting it is, it matters how well he plays. There you go, calling out that that side B, and there was nothing he can do, nothing Steph could do in that situation. He was committed and he was dead. And you know, sometimes it looks so fluent that it's really easy to forget how great Dev is with these arrows.
Yeah, for sure.
He knows the right charge on them. He knows when to do a short hop into it. He just knows. He knows it. He's got it. Fortunately, Dev not holding that that rapid jab.
For those who may be watching back later, the DevStar here would be DevStar. Dev Gang, a mocking reprisal of Dev's name by Steffen VT. You know, I'll tell you what, this...
Man.
I say it a lot. Oh, man, I say it a lot, but Steffen sure does. He plays around so much. He's still so good. I don't know how he
Even when
manages.
he's not taking it seriously, he is still so good. And we see the same thing from Dev. We do see the same thing from him.
That's true. That's true. His usually is around like the stage, and not really caring about bans and that sort of formalities of tournaments. But when we see it from Steffen, it's almost always, hey, I'll go double rando. You know, like ridiculous stuff.
Or I'll go the first appearance of the Fox in bracket that I remember. Like I said, I can't fully remember if he went Fox or not last time. Last SDI. I know he did at one point, but I can't remember if it was a stream or an SDI. But either way, pulling out the Fox in Grand Finals, he's doing this with the intention of just, you know, he's got a whole set here, as we've already mentioned, as he mentioned. And regardless, he is still holding the lead right now, and he is one nair up smash away from taking this game, from taking game 1 of Grand Finals, and he only needs to take 3. Dev has to take literally double. I mean, Dev has to take literally double. Sorry, the double names are messing with my brain now. Let's keep in mind, Dev had the opportunity to counterpick. So Dev, if you can hear me, if you intended to counterpick a PT, you feel free to SD and go counterpick it. Steph did not give you the opportunity to, so do keep that in mind. Not that I think you want to, but you need to. That is option. Anyway, Dev, riding off of all this previous PT set that he fought against Any, and you can just clearly see it. You know, I know that you know, we've seen Steph and Any do a PT Ditto before. And we know that Steph's PT is not awful.
No,
but
very close.
Seeing a situation like this, with Dev completely dominating, it's you know, it's sending a message. That being said, Dev is also, he has only so much stamina, and he's got to do a bracket reset. Which, you know, whenever you're talking about top-level players, whenever you see MK Leo resetting a bracket, these are people who train, like, who are mentally stable enough to be doing this. We're not on a top level. This is an exhausting situation.
Yes, this whole experience is very exhausting.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about, we're on 5 hours of tourney right now. 5 hours of just the tournament stream.
Yep.
And so a lot of us were playing friendlies before that.
So it is very much, it is very much a battle of stamina, you know? A battle of a war of attrition. We need to see who can keep it up. Because keep in mind, even if Steph decides that he wants to not play super seriously before the reset, it doesn't necessarily matter. Because he's still putting in mental effort. There's still some stuff going out, and even if it's not as much as it could be, it adds up. That Flare Blitz, I feel like that Flare Blitz should have been
block punished. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the most obvious Flare Blitz in the world to me, and I'm bad at calling out Flare Blitz. But I'm also not the one playing. It is also possible, though, we saw that Fire Arrow coming out, that Fire Arrow was intended to stop the Flare Blitz, much like you saw Dev do to Any on several occasions.
Yeah.
So that's very possible that was the intention there. But Dev taking it with a very smooth confirm there, what Young Link does best. All right, that's where we're going. Oh, and we got the Chrom coming out from Steffen, which we have seen in SDI before. We have seen the Chrom on an occasion. Last SDI, I think he brought it out once or twice. But I cannot remember if it was any against Steffen. I mean, against Devin. So I guess we're going to be seeing exactly what Dev's answer for the Chrom is. Oh, nice catch there. Nice catch. Well, then, nice follow-up catch from Steph. Chrom's got the bigger sword here, so he is going to be able to outspace a lot of it. But it is just going to depend on positioning for most of this. Oh, man. That was a really good, really good comeback onto stage, but the snap to ledge did not come soon enough. Dev covered a lot of options there, but unfortunately, just riding back up. Dev powering himself up with some Smash Milk real quick.
Meanwhile, I feel like Steffen is...
Oh
boy.
Oh, he doesn't have a bomb.
Oh, man. In a way, there's nothing you can do when you're so unprepared for a character choice like this. And that's where people like Mari and Steffen really do excel, is
Oh yeah.
these huge pockets.
Yeah, and general proficiency with so many different characters that it's almost just like it really doesn't matter who I pick, I'll still body you. Nice reaction there.
Who's gonna get their second game? Is it gonna be Steffen or Dev here?
Dev walking into so many F smashes. And I think that just goes to show that, like, the reason it's happening.
Oh
man,
my god!
The reason it's happening is I think Steph just has the download. I think Steph just has it. He just knows.
I think
that might be the plan here. That might be what he's after.
Steffen randoms to Dark Samus. Boy, I'm just thinking about how when we put these YouTube videos together, you make those thumbnails with all the characters that everyone played.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I had a tough time doing it last time. Fitting some of the people in there. Some people did like 4 or 5 characters. Oh man.
Boy.
All right. Well, Dev holding the lead here, but just barely. Dev did fight a Samus earlier, but granted it was not a good one. It was not a proficient one, but he did fight a random Samus.
Wow, 2 random Sami for DevStar today.
And he's collecting them all. He's got the regular and the dark. If
every variant.
Yeah, well, I mean, except the Zero Suit. But, you know, Steph's got time. He could random again. Yes, the SDI things got posted. They're in a... I'll get it. So, meanwhile, though, a mean charge shot pulled off. That first stock just whipped it right away. And as I said before, I just genuinely think, like, this Steffen that we're seeing now, is not the Steffen that we've seen before.
No, I don't even think this is his top level.
No, he's leveled up a lot between now and then, or between that last tournament and now.
Yeah, but even right now, I think there's still more.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that there's still more under that surface. He could crack into if he needed to. I think the time that we saw really how good Steffen was were a couple of those stocks against Any, where just in that last game where he blew everything out of the water.
Yeah. Because even now, I'm not entirely convinced that Steffen.
This really might be it.
Yeah, it could be. Can you imagine winning grand finals with a random?
Jesus, we're gonna need 2 bounty hunts
against DevStar. It's an insane player. This is the tournament stock, man. This is it. Potentially, anyway. And if it's not, Dev has so much to catch up on. That Samus grab. There you go. Boy,
Jesus
oh boy.
Christ.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your SDI 5 champion, SVT Steffen.
Again.
How many times have we seen this? This is the third one. 3 out of 5 Steffen has taken home. And he's been in grand finals of all 5 of them. No, I'm sorry, just a 4 of 5, but still. Man. That is it, boys.
80% rate of grand final.
That was
60% rate of victory. This is bonkers.
It's insane.